Hey everyone, welcome back to our SQL tutorial series. In this video, we'll get an hands-on on creating and managing databases and tables. By the end of this video, you will learn how to create a database in SQL, how to create, modify and delete tables, best practices for managing database structures. Let's get started. Creating a database. A database is a collection of related tables that store structured data. The SQL command to create a database is create database and the DB name. So we'll create one dummy database. Create database and the database name. Let's say company underscore DB and execute it. So it says command completed successfully. So if we expand databases, so here we have that company DB created. Now if we want to use this database in our query, so in the beginning of the query we need to write use company DB. So it will use this company DB table. It will use this company DB database. Now let's see how we can create a table. Table stores data in structured rows and columns. So in the company DB, we will create one employees table. So to create a table, the keywords are create table, and after that we need to specify the table name. So we'll specify employees and round braces, and here we have to specify the column name. So first we'll mention employee ID, which will be the integer of type, and it will be the primary key. Primary key is something which is unique to that table, and we'll add name varchar of 50. We can also add some condition like not null. So this cannot be null, and age int. We can also add some condition like check if the entered value is greater than 18, then comma salary, which will be in the decimal, and we can specify 10, 2. Next we'll add the department. We have written use company DB at the beginning of the query. So it will use that company DB and create an employees table. Let's run the query. So the command is completed. So if we expand company DB, we have tables. So if we expand tables, so here we can see dbo.employees. We'll quickly insert some data into the database. So for inserting, we need to specify insert into which table. Here it's employees, and after that we need to specify the column name employee ID, name, age, salary, department, and after that we specify values. What are the values which we need to insert? Let's say the ID is 1, name is John, age is 25, salary is 50,000, department is IT. So we'll quickly run the program. As you can see, we still have the company DB at the top. So it said one row affected. A table must be created before inserting data. Let's say if we write some different table name like employees test, and if we run it, it says invalid object name. So the table should have been created before inserting data. Now quickly we'll select star from this employees. We'll run this. So the data is inserted. Sometimes we need to change a table structure after creation. For example, we need to add a new column in this employees table. So to add a new column, we write alter table employees and add, we have to mention the column name. It is email and varchar of 200. Now let's run this code. We still have this use company DB and alter table. We'll execute. It says command completed successfully. Now we'll quickly run this by just selecting the query and hit on execute. We can see the email column is added. To rename the column name, we need to use the standard procedure which is available inbuilt from the SQL. We'll see more about this in later stage. We'll see how is the syntax. So we have the exec sp rename. So sp rename is the stored procedure name. Stored procedure is nothing but the sequence of SQL queries. Now we are renaming the employees.department into department name. So we'll execute. Now we'll just refresh. So if we expand tables, dbo tables and columns, as you can see the department has been changed to dept_name. If you want to delete a column, so we can use drop keyword. So to do that, so we mention alter table employees and say drop column department name. So this will delete the column department. So we'll execute, say refresh and expand columns. So we can see there is no department name now. So it has been deleted. Now if we want to delete a table, so we have two options. One is deleting a table completely, or we can delete all rows by keeping the structure. We will see first about removing the data first and we'll delete the table later. So to delete all the rows in a table, we use truncate keyword. So we write truncate table and table name. In our case it's employees. Before that we'll select star from employees. So we'll run this. So we have one row which we have inserted. Now we'll execute this trunc table employees. So it is executed successfully. Now we'll run this. As you can see, there is no data. Now if you want to delete the table structure itself, so we can do that by writing drop table employees. So if we execute, command is executed successfully, and if we run this, it says invalid object name because it doesn't exist now. Now we can also drop a database. To drop a database, we write drop database and our database name, that is company DB. We'll run it. So it says it's already in use, so we cannot drop the database. So what we can do is we'll shift to master and we'll execute. So it is completed successfully. Now if we refresh the databases, so if there is no company DB now. We can also use some safety checks, like if it exists, select name from sys.databases where name is company DB. So this select name, so sys.databases is a inbuilt table, so which stores the database's name and with the name company DB. So if it exists, if it is true, then only drop the database. Used with caution, this deletes everything inside the database, so all the tables associated with it will be deleted. Always back up your database before making destructive changes. Use if exists to avoid errors when dropping items. Use alter with care, especially on production data. Truncate is safer for bulk delete rather than drop. Awesome! Now you know how to create, modify and delete databases and tables using SQL Server. If you found this helpful, like this video and subscribe for more SQL tutorials. See you in the next video and happy querying.